Last night I heard a major story. It's such a story from the Komishintser Rebbi. There was a fellow in 1938. 1938. He came to America from Europe. And as he's in America, what happens is he left his wife to make sure that he could settle in before she comes. And what he did was he came to America. He started settling. Finally, he realizes that his wife is never coming, and there was no availability for communication. There's no phones like we have nowadays, and it's like that. So it's 1938, and he's waiting. Finally, this guy decides that he cannot live his life anymore without his wife. He can't do it. And he was about to do crazy things. So what he did was, he told his friend, I don't know if I could live, this is crazy, this is that. He went, him and his friend, to the Komishintser Rebbi. And he told him the situation. Komishintser Rebbi told him, look at me. Tells the guy, look at me. I promise you, promised. In 2 weeks' time, your wife will be here with you. He felt such enjoyment, that he's such a bracha that he got a promise from the Rebbe. He didn't even know who he was, but he said he felt so genuine. Okay, no problem. 2 weeks on the day. Exactly 2 weeks. Exactly the second week. Guess what? The wife came to America with her husband, met her husband. 2 weeks in a day. He saw that, his friend saw that. His friend goes to the Komishintser Rebbi. He says, Rebbi, you were right. What do you have, Ruach Kodesh? What do you have? These wonders? Where did you get this from? How did you do this? Please, Rebbi, explain to me. How's the Orchot coming? He tells him, I'll explain. When you brought me your friend here, I saw his face. From the look of his face, he didn't look like in a good position at all. He looked like sakana nefashot. He looked like he cannot live. He looked like he couldn't do it. I had to save a Jew. So I knew if I promised him, I said, because I have a love for the Jews so much so, I said, you know what, I promised 2 weeks. After he left my office, I went down and I started crying, Tehillim, Hashem, please, Hashem, please, Hashem, please. And through that tefillah, through that prayer, through that genuine from the heart, I said, Hashem, please don't let me down. I was trying to save a Jewish soul, a Jewish neshama. Please don't let me down. And the kedusha of the Rebbe, the Yirat Shamayim that the Rebbe had, Komishintser Rebbe had, Hashem answered him 2 weeks on to the day. Why? The Rebbe understood. He saw Hashem in his life. He said, Hashem, this cannot be. You have to help out. And this is like what we're learning. That what we're saying, what does Hashem have? Yirat Hashem hi otzaro. Hakol b'yeshamayim hotz miyirat shamayim. And this is what he's telling you over here. He's telling you over here that there's going to be things in life where a person's going to have to show judgment to. One of the things is nasata v'natata be'emunah. Were you honest in your business dealings? It's very hard. Were you honest in your business dealings? Were you very, very honest or not very honest? He says another question they're going to ask you is, Kavata itim la Torah. You have to get ready for these questions. He said, I'm giving you, you know when you have a test and you want to get the test before the exam starts, right? You want to get the exam before they tell me I'm telling you the questions what's on the test. Take advantage of what we're telling you over here. One of the questions they're going to ask you is, were you honest in your business dealings? One of the questions they're going to ask you is, Kavata itim la Torah. Did you set time to learn Torah? One of the things they're going to ask you is, did you hope for the Mashiach? One of the things they're going to ask you is, were you involved in producing children? Peru urbu. And these are all the questions in advance that we're telling you what's happening. And therefore, be prepared. Kol adam sheyesh bo Torah ve'en bo yirat shamayim. If a person has Torah mitzvot, but he doesn't have yirat shamayim, he says it's like a guy who has a treasure. He has the inside key, but the outside key he's missing. He's missing the yirat shamayim. And therefore, it's incumbent upon us now. How do you get the yirat shamayim? How do you do that? You have to believe and you have to know. Every single second of our lives, Borei Olam is watching us. You have to know that. The Komishintser Rebbi one time said over that his father told him that whatever is being done in this world is being filmed in the next. They'll show you a video of what's happening in this world. Like you fulfilled your life. You live 120 years. Now when you go to the real world, they'll show you day by day, and put it on a projector for everybody to see. So would you do something that you would want it to be filmed so everybody could see? The whole Shamayim? If yes, then do it. If not, then don't do it. That's having Yirat Shamayim, knowing there's a film out there, knowing there's a video. Nowadays, you know why Hashem has all this electronics in the world every single second? To show you what? Every single thing is being recorded. Same thing over here. When you know that, you're already like fearful. Oh my goodness, should I do this? Should I not do this? Borei Olam is watching me. It'll be filmed. Bezrat Hashem, we should all be zocheh to remember that lesson.